Ephesians, and I got the account.
All right, we're gonna open up with that.
All right.
Hold on. We about to
I'm live already.
It's all good.
John 4:22.
Good evening, brother.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
How you? Be safe out here, bro. All right.
All right, Ashimaya, you on the camera?
That means.
Ashimaya, you on the camera?
How you say Ashamaya?
I'm just saying Ashimaya, bro, because Ashimaya, that's
Yeah, I'll change it. Ashamaya. Yeah, Ashamaya seems like Ashamaya. I like that actually. Ashamaya.
Yo,
I'll change it.
real quick. This means
I'll call it Yamaya.
so okay.
Maya
so
for sure.
Dumb question, but that means it's not muted right now.
Yeah, it'll show. It'll.
The screen is not muted.
Yeah, it'll. All right.
Also turn on your comments.
All right. All right, you're kind of open up.
All right.
Yep.
Everybody.
Shalom.
Shalom,
brothers.
Hey, we're the Hebrew Israelites coming out here to prophesy the downfall of America. All right, the scriptures referred to as Babylon. All right, also to tell our people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that you are the chosen people of the Lord. All right, the true Jews from the 12 tribes of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and we also come in here to let you heathens know, starting with the so-called white man referred to as Esau in the Bible, on down, that you will be subject unto us in the kingdom to come as slaves and handmaids. Before that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who grew well and that taught us this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting his work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you we say shalom.
Shalom. All right. Shalom, brethren, Akim and Akwath on the comment boards. You know, Lord willing, we pray that everything we speak as the oracles of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and everything we say is edifying. All right.
Start with that.
All right. This is Romans 13:11. In that, knowing the times that is now is a high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Yep. So it's a high time to wake up out of sleep. All right. What did Drake and Future say in they song, man? What a time to be alive, man. It's a great time to be alive because what we're witnessing the downfall of an empire. You know, you've read about it, the downfall of Rome, the downfall of all these different great kingdoms, Babylon, Egypt. But now you people actually get to witness the downfall of a great empire, man. How the greatest empire ever erected on the earth, man. So you're getting to witness the downfall of that kingdom. But for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the downfall of this empire is the ushering and upcoming of your empire, man. Which your empire, your kingdom is going to be established forever, man. All right, so contrary to what you hear in the Christian church and the Catholic church and all these different religions, hey, the kingdom of heaven and the new rulership to come is going to be here on earth, man. All right, it's just that life is going to be completely changed, man. Put right side up, man. All right, you're going to be the king. You're going to be the princess. You're going to be the princes and the princesses, man. All right, so it's a high time to wake up out of sleep because we're witnessing the downfall of America. We're watching the wickedness show and reign at its all-time highs. Wickedness has reached its climax, man. And once it gets to the highest point, what happens with a story, right? It starts off in the beginning, and then to go ahead and the plot goes up to the highest point, which is the climax, and then it starts to come down to the end. And that's what we're watching with America, man. We're watching the end of America, and that's going to usher in our kingdom, man. High time to wake up out of sleep. All right? And the importance of what's going to come is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to become, and what is Yahweh Shai? He that delivers, all right? His name is a Nomen Omen. He's coming to do exactly what he's done. And why? He's coming to do two things. Destroy America and all the lands in this place. And to redeem and bring salvation to the Israelites. So we're going to go into an account and we're going to go into it.
When I'm telling him to get Nero's thy way real quick.
It's Matthew 7, starting at 13. It says, Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Hey, what is that straight gate, man? Hey, that straight gate. All right, it's not really talking about straight as in position or direction. That straight is going into the word dangerous, difficult, man. Very difficult and very challenging. That gate is a path that is going to challenge you and test you at all sides. You have to be willing to endure and hardness as a good soldier. You gotta fight, bro. You actually gotta literally fight. Every single day we're at war against evil spirits, demonic wickedness, witchcraft, temptation, even our own people who want to come up against us. Because what? Even Yahweh Shah's people came up against him, right? Even when there's 12, Judas Iscariot, man, betrayed him and gave him up to the centurions for what? 30 seconds of sugar, man. A little piece of change, man, pocket change.
And also to add on to that, look what the disciples went through. You know, look at the persecution of the disciples. Look at the persecution of Yahweh Shah. This thing isn't supposed to be easy, man. But the Lord also told us to gird ourselves up and be good soldiers, man. And understand what is a soldier must understand by being a soldier, that he might have to die. All right? You know?
And another reason why it's the straight gate and it's difficult is because we're in a wicked world. We're in a wicked society. The scriptures is perfect. So when you're trying to live perfectly and upright in a wicked world, it's going to be difficult, man.
You can step up,
we don't fit in with the ways of this world. We don't participate in the things that these people participate in. We have to refrain ourselves from our friends and our family because they don't live on the same things that we live on. They don't follow the same morals and standards that we abide by, man. So that's why it's difficult. We done had to die to the world to live for the Lord.
Hey, and the thing about it is, there's an old saying, right? A soldier that dies for his master or his lord, right, is honorable. But a lord or a master that die for his soldiers or his servants, that's an admiration that's greater than all. And what did Yahweh Shah do? Man, he died for his people. So we ought to be willing to what? Us laying our lives down for Yahweh Shah is nothing, man. Nothing. Us ultimately, it's not death.
Get that right quick. Those who
For the fresh out.
Yeah. Just get it real quick. We already read it.
Revelations 2:10.
No, not that one. Get the one that where Yahweh Shah spoke.
No greater love.
You
You got any questions, brother?
I'm a good listener.
Yahweh Shah is those who try to save their lives.
I haven't been listening long enough to have any good questions.
I got it.
I mean,
like,
you must have some kind of question to stop up here. Something about us that entices you to stop.
I seen the brothers having the cipher. I wanted to know what the conversation of the day was.
Okay, well, do you know who we are?
I like routine.
And what we do, what we stand for?
No.
Okay, well, we are Hebrew Israelites. All right, we're out here to tell our people who they are.
I guess that. I guess that.
So that joint food, you ain't gotta be that joint food. Our people are the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And ultimately, it just goes to this bloodline of the Israelites all the way back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Are you familiar with the Bible? Familiar with the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay. You Muslim? Okay. Now, why are you Muslim? Praise the Lord. But I'm saying, like,
That's why I'm here.
why are you Muslim? Like, are you Muslim because that's what your family does?
Yeah,
Is that
my mother
something
and
that-
father. I was born Muslim. Yeah, my
One
mother.
Muslim? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So basically, you were taught Islam. That's all you really
Yeah.
know. Now, religion. You have a true God and a true heritage, and it's not the Quran. It's not Islam.
I mean, I don't have
It's turning red.
It's not. It's something to say. It's not.
Go on, brother. Speak.
I will have to disagree with that because I was born Muslim.
Okay.
And I believe in Allah.
Yeah.
And I know that Abraham and Moses was here before Muhammad.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But there was men.
I can actually disagree
Okay.
because I believe in La ilaha illallah.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, brother. To become Muslim, is there any change that must take place?
There's a lot of changes got to take place.
Okay, so what changes have you taken? What changes in your life have you taken to become Muslim?
So
What changes have you made? Because
I stopped doing a lot of wrong and
Have you?
started doing a lot of right.
Okay.
And that's a big change for me because I spent my whole life in prison.
Okay. All right. So
Good deeds.
one thing that and this is all respectfully, I'm going to say. One thing I've learned about Muslims, especially black Muslims, so-called black Muslims, because you're not really black, you're brown. All right. One thing I learned about Muslims is they don't change anything when they become Muslim. They still out here gang banging, raping, robbing.
The most I see is that's just not support.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of that
listen.
going on.
The difference is this. Now, if your God Allah accepted that if your God Allah was a true God, he would not accept any of the fuckery. And I'm saying fuckery because we're men.
Yeah.
And as a man, you should be able to change your ways for the better, right? Islam is not requiring you to change. They say it is, but you're not renewed, brother. You look either inebriated in some kind of way, whether it's drugs or alcohol, but the God we serve tells us that before we can even come to the altar, we must do a few things. We must forgive those who have done things unto us, and we must put off the old man and change and be renewed in our mind.
Like that.
We cannot we can't come forward if we're not ready to come forward. Islam, I know a lot of brothers in Philadelphia that's all in Islam, and I don't see a single change. They still was niggas in the world, and they still niggas now. Killing each other, selling drugs, you know, on the corners, you
Still
know,
smoking weed.
soliciting and everything.
Yep.
But when you come to serve the true power, you gotta renew your mind, body, and spirit to be able to do so. So you tell me. So you tell me, if you truly serving the right power, why hasn't there been any change in your life?
I'm not going to question why about my life because my life is what I made it so far and it's not over, you know what I mean?
But I'm
hit the creek, good or bad, because I get with my hand carved for whatever's going to happen, man. But I am changing, it's all about change, and I strive to make my days better, and I always try to make smart.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Now, in Islam, do they give you specific laws and principles that they follow to be a true Muslim? What is that? What are some examples of that? What are some examples?
Name us a few.
Some very important ones.
No fornicate and commit adultery.
Okay.
Those things is worse than murder right there,
Okay.
and brothers don't even know because they out here fucking like this.
Yep.
Like it's a fad.
Okay.
Oh,
I
we
don't
know.
do that. I don't be out here with the trickery.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He said African fucking, you have to say trickery.
Yep.
Speak plainly, brother. Speak plainly. We men up
Yeah,
here.
we been up
Good.
there. Now I'm just saying.
Yep. Okay, that's one. Adultery, fornication.
I already know the no pork.
Okay, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Still
Okay.
all that.
Okay.
All right. So why is
Bunch of them.
it? So
And that's
listen.
what they all doing.
Exactly.
Drugs. But
Hey,
see,
brother.
like, this is what the prayer is for. You know, I know forgive me for my sins. It is forgive me for my sins from one week to the next, from Friday to Friday. That's if you go to gym on Friday. And none of that means nothing. If you off that, you don't get that 5 in every day. It's all about that 5.
Okay, okay. So listen. I'll say, look, but our Father, we worship a true power, right? We don't worship Allah, just means power.
Yeah.
We worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. But the word Allah is a Hebrew word for power, right? Our power tell us to stay away from vain repetition. So that those 5 prayers that you're doing,
Stay away from vain talk. Y'all say repetition.
vain repetition. So prayer and vain repetition.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can pray 5 times a day, but if you're not changing any of your actions after you say it,
It's all about application.
Then it's
Right.
no point.
Yeah.
The
My
thing-
brother told me that a lot.
Okay.
He said, you know, all this Quran, but you don't apply it.
But you want to know why our people don't apply it? Because it's not your religion.
That's your religion.
Because if you were following the law, statutes, and commandments of the true power, your power, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, you would change a lot because the Lord requires change. You can't just come to the altar and sacrifice the fools, man.
Well, let me tell you this, right? So let's dive a little
Yeah.
let's dive a little deeper into it.
Let me tell you, see if my folks are where he at.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look. No, just get that on Matthew 6 real quick, because I was going to get him with that.
I want to hit him with that Muhammad White and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
we was about to dive into
bro,
it.
but
We was
look,
gonna bring it
the
in.
wicked-
I'm not going to die.
Yup.
But look,
Oh, yeah.
but look, the wicked flee with no man pursues.
Powers
The
and
brother,
coming
listen,
back.
we're gonna have mercy. We're gonna have mercy on our brethren,
Yeah.
because we want Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to have mercy on us.
Okay, my Bible.
But at the end of the day, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and they don't even seek knowledge, man. They don't have patience to even do so. But we were gonna hit him with the Matthew 6, because this is one thing that Muslims always do, right? And then go ahead.
It's Matthew 6 and 5. It says, and when thou
Step back a
prayest,
little bit.
thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites. Go ahead.
It says I'm ahead of the
Oh,
game.
matter of fact, brother, I want you to listen to this. So tell me this. The God of your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because you come from the line of Jacob, you're an Israelite, not an Ishmaelite.
So do you know? Let's dive into that
Before we get into that,
Do you know? And this ties back to the question I asked you in the beginning. I said, what if I told you that Islam was not your religion? And it's not, because that's the religion of the Arabs. All right, because the Arabs go back to Ishmael, who is one of the sons of Abraham. Abraham had two sons. The first son, but he was the son of a heathen woman. He wasn't the son of the promise. So Ishmael himself means herd of the Most High, right? So Ishmael's religion. And the thing about it is, when you talk to these Arabs, they actually know that they come from Ishmael. And believe it or
and
not,
they also call you the sons of Jacob.
they call you the sons of Jacob, and they don't respect you and acknowledge you as a true Muslim because they know that that's not your religion.
Well, you know why? Because they know
They
that
know it's not your religion
Like they racist.
because they
Well,
are.
they are
Because
racist.
They are.
They know who you are.
they know who you.
Y'all remember the brother we met over there?
Yeah,
He
we,
knew who he
we
was.
met a real Arab, and we had a whole conversation with him. He actually gave us a time of day. Real Arab. He knows that his family, it was taught that they go back to Ishmael, and he knows. He said, "Yo, the Islam is not your religion. The Bible is your religion, if you want to call it religion. All right, this is your way of life. Contrary to what you believe, the Bible is a history book. The Bible is a book of history, laws, prophecies, and just knowledge. It was written for your people, about your people, from or by your people. So your ancestors wrote the Bible, not the so-called white man, not the so-called
For us, by us.
Arab,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
But we still dealing. How you doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Guess
Alaikum
what? That's the
salam.
spirit of the Lord. Where you from?
Palestine.
Palestine. Guess what? Look how that works.
That's,
So
you're Muslim,
he's
brother?
a Muslim.
You're Muslim?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so he's a Muslim.
That's a real Muslim.
That's a Muslim because that's his heritage, that's his culture, and that's his religion.
I'm a real Muslim too. 'cause
No,
I
you're
was
not.
born Muslim.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
Nah.
Is that a real Muslim?
I don't know.
By culture.
By culture.
Muhammad
Because
Yeah,
Islam-
he's a Muslim. Yeah.
No,
I can
Culture.
judge his
No, he
religion.
can't. He can't.
Culture, no.
Culturally, no.
Say that again.
Culture.
Culturally, no. You're not. Culturally,
They know who the people are.
they know who their people are. All right, look.
Spiritually,
But Muslim, everyone can be a Muslim.
I mean, I never because oh wait, let's make. What does the word Muslim mean?
color is the color
What's
has
the-
nothing
what
to do
does
with
Muslim
religion.
mean?
Muslim is to respect everyone, first of all.
No, that's principles of Muslim.
Ah,
What is-
Muslim means one who submits to the will of Allah.
Ones who submit to the will of the Most High, right? That's what it means, right? But guess what?
But we
They
are
were given. I apologize. They were given, right, a blessing to have many princes,
Yep.
right? The children of Israel were given the blessing of the kingdom of heaven and to have many kings. Right. Ishmael, they are descendants of Ishmael.
They're like our
you're
uncle, our cousin.
cousins.
Yeah.
You are a descendant of Jacob. That is their religion.
but you don't believe in Jesus, right?
You believe in Yahweh
But,
Shah.
like,
But we
y'all
know
call
why.
him
But we
Isa,
know.
right?
We know why he doesn't believe in Isa, because Isa didn't come for his people.
I believe in Isa.
No.
I
believe
believe
in
in
Isa.
Isa.
We believe in Isa.
I respect all the prophets.
You believe he was
Moses,
you
Isa.
believe he was a prophet. We believe he was the son of man.
There's a reason why Islam is
We believe
close
this
to
is
the religion of the Bible,
not the
and the
son of
reason
God.
why
Yeah,
is because Islam is the religion of
Matter of fact,
Ishmael.
get it.
You know about Ishmael?
He's a prophet.
But Ishmael's not a prophet.
Genesis,
Ismail is a prophet.
Ishmael is a prophet.
Just one prophecy.
Which prophecy has Ishmael?
I don't know too much about
Ismail is the one
about the
prophet
Bible,
that
but I know
the
a lot.
Islam
Watch
comes
the camera, brother.
after that. Ismail and his father is Ibrahim.
Abraham, yep.
Ibrahim, Ismail, and then Muhammad.
Yeah.
No. That's them.
Oh,
That's
That's
them.
them.
That's
I
them.
can respect that. I can respect that. I
All
can
right, so now
respect
look,
that.
we're gonna
You're a real Muslim. though.
we're gonna prove. Hey,
Okay, I have
The
to
only ones
go.
that's
All right,
not a real
so
Muslim.
no, so listen, brother, we're gonna prove. Too bad the real Muslim has to leave, but we're gonna prove the differences between Ishmael's seed and Jacob's
Oh,
seed.
you said Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis. We're gonna prove the difference. The seed of promise versus the seed of
Because your people, you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So why try to? If I told you had an inheritance, right? You had an inheritance. Your inheritance was billions of dollars, billions of
bring
dollars,
that
whatever.
first. Bring that
All
first.
you had to do was come and claim yourself, right? Claim your inheritance. Why are you coming under another name, under another religion? You're not going to be able to receive your inheritance.
I was born with the name.
And then you were granted, you were born in Islam. That's cool. You know what I mean? A lot of us were born
yeah,
tracing different types of
a lot of people they were born, their name was John, Joe. You know what I mean? They take their shahada, they become Abdullah or something.
Okay, that's fine.
I was born with Jamal.
So look,
My name is Jamal.
All right,
Mr. Right.
so brother, this is what we're going to do for you. We're going to show you the differences between
Ishmael?
Ishmael and the sons of Jacob. You are a son of Jacob. You are not a son of Ishmael. And you don't want to be a son of Ishmael because they were only given riches upon the earth. What the sons of Jacob are going to inherit is the kingdom of heaven.
So
And-
how do I know I'm
we're going to show you. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking
Hey, brother,
about.
we're going to show you.
That's what we
Hey,
bring right And you want to go to the
You just
curses?
said you was a
Curses
Muslim.
are-
We're going to get into that in a second. But we're going to break down the
Muslims
differences.
like-
Hey, actually, we're going to let Kaman take this one.
You could learn something every day. That's what I'm saying.
Just let us know
Knowledge
what you
is
need,
power. Knowledge is infinite.
Bring, get
The only thing
you
you
got
can
I got
take when
you.
you die except your soul.
No,
Hey,
get
look, hey, brother,
Back
listen.
up for this one. Go to Genesis 16.
Okay. Hey, brother, I need you to really listen up. So we're going to give you the differences of the bloodlines, all right? You're a son of Jacob. You're from Yasharallah. You're an Israelite, not an Arab. You're an Israelite, not an Arab. That is not your religion. That is not your culture. That is not where you're supposed to be. That's why real Arabs do not respect you.
No, it's not.
They
my
won't even let
culture, but
they
it's my
won't.
religion.
But listen,
No, bro.
I hear you, but they won't even let you marry their daughters because they know you are not of their bloodline, and we're going to prove it. All right, go ahead. I get that.
This is the book of Galatians 3.
Listen, brother.
It's the book of Galatians 3 and 16. It says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saved not into seeds as of many, but
listen.
as of one.
So look, seeds. So Abraham and his seeds, meaning his bloodlines that come from him. All right, go ahead.
It says, into seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
It says, and this I say that the covenant that was confirmed before Yahweh in Christ, Hamashiach, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul, that it should make the promise of none effect.
So who was given the law? Yeah, I'm asking, brother, who was given the law? What group of people was given the law? All right, because it's just read it right here, right? Did Ishmael get the law? No, he didn't. So the Lord is speaking about one group of people. All right, keep going.
Galatians
Listen, brother.
3 and 18. If the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise, but Yahweh gave it to Abraham by promise.
By promise. So because the Lord came to Abraham and said, through you, your seed line is going to be blessed forever. You're going to get the promises through your seed line. Now, mind you, yes, Ishmael came from Abraham as well, right? Ishmael came from Abraham as well, but Ishmael Ishmael's bloodline wasn't the seed of promise. Ishmael's bloodline was given a blessing, though. Go ahead.
All right, it's the next chapter. It's Galatians 4 and 22.
Now listen up, brother.
It says, for it is written that Abraham had two sons.
Two sons. Here we go. This is the distinctions between the two bloodlines. Remember this. Distinction between two bloodlines. Go ahead.
The one by a bondmaid,
The one by a bondmaid, which was Hagar, right? Hagar was
mother.
Ishmael's mother. All right, go ahead.
and the other by a free woman,
Free woman, which was
Sarah.
Sarah. Your brother probably don't know. It's cool.
They
So look.
story about the Monarbo.
And Sarah was from the same people. as Abraham.
Listen. So we got a seed line from a bondmaid, a slave woman. A slave woman had a seed, right? His name was Ishmael.
Came from Ham.
And then there was a blessed child that came from the same bloodline from Sarah, which was what? That was who? Isaac. So you got Ishmael and Isaac, the two bloodlines where Ishmael created the. I got you. I know you're gonna get it, brother. Ishmael's seed line, Isaac's seed line. All right, go ahead.
It's verse 23, Galatians 4 and 23. It says, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
So
But he,
That's like no. Keep reading, Salaki, brother.
it says, but he of the free woman was by the promise.
So there was a child that was born after the flesh, right? And that was Ishmael. And then there was a child that was born after the promise. Because remember, when we first started, the Most High made a promise unto Abraham that his bloodline or he will be the father of many what? Kings, of a great generation of people, right? But guess what? One was of the flesh and the other was of the promise. Who was of the flesh? Ishmael. And who was of the...
Hey, and that's funny too because Ishmael was blessed to be many princes, right? Ishmael was blessed to be many princes on the earth. And what? If you go over to Arab there, to the United Arab
They have
Emirates,
nothing but
they're nothing
sheiks.
but princes.
No. He's talking about the bloodline. They have nothing but sheiks, which are princes. Prince this Abu Dhabi, prince that, prince that. They have many princes.
But Abraham seed is going to bear many kings, man. Isaac, man. Many kings.
God. So, I mean, the brother walked off, but we're going to keep edification sake. Go ahead. So look, go back to this. Go ahead, brother.
Genesis 17, and I'll bring it back and come back. Genesis 17, starting at I'm gonna start at 16, and I will bless her. No, that's 15. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto Abraham, as for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, Sarai, but Sarah. Shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nation. Kings of people shall be of her.
So Ishmael was given the blessing of many princes, but the seed of the promise through Sarah, from Sarai changed to Sarah, was basically given the blessing of many nations and many kings that come from her womb. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. And Abraham said unto Yahweh, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
See? So look, the seed of Ishmael and the seed of Isaac. Isaac was given the blessing of the covenants from generation to generation, for everlasting. The Lord has never forsaken his bloodline. So you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to be part of the nation of Ishmael, you were only given a blessing upon the earth, but the covenants were given to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and therefore on. Why not be part of the actual covenant and bloodline that you were assigned to? Because it's far greater than anything that's upon the face of the earth, man. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
And I will make him a great nation. And this is what you see right now over in Saudi Arabia and all the other Ishmaelite countries. You notice that they have all the oil fields. They have billions and billions. You look how much they're signing they're giving 1-year contracts for $1 billion because money to them is nothing. This is the blessing that the Lord gave Ishmael. But guess what? That's all they're getting. Their blessing is on this side.
On earth.
On earth. The Lord told us in Matthew, lay yourself treasures up in the heavens, where moth and rust do not corrupt. That is only given unto who? The seed of what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We have an eternal glory. We got the covenants and the blessings. So why are people so caught up in strongholds that are going to just lead them to death? All right, there's more on that. Go ahead.
This is verse.
What scripture? What chapter is that?
It's Genesis 17.
Genesis 17. Okay.
Oh, Salakia. Okay, so this is I'm gonna jump around and get back on. Genesis 17.
Actually, look, man, for edification, you're gonna have to read it again to the brother.
Yeah. Genesis 17.
Because you walked off while we were in the middle of reading, so we wanted to give you an understanding. So, brother, now that you're back, we're going to read it again for your understanding. All right, and it's going to give you it's going to differentiate between Ishmael's seed line and Jacob's seed line, where you hail from. Listen, go ahead.
Genesis 17:18. And Abraham said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. Mm-hmm. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
Now, mind you, 12 princes shall he beget and have a great nation. That's why when you go over to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, they have nothing but sheiks and princes. They're money. This is a blessing given to them by the Most High himself. He blessed them to be a great nation.
Guess what? That blessing is only here on earth.
That blessing is only here on earth.
And this world passeth away.
And this world must pass away. Go ahead.
And it says, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
Now the covenant will he establish with Isaac. Remember Ishmael, and then there's Isaac. That's our forefather. Go ahead. He said, the Lord said, I will establish my covenants with Isaac. Go ahead.
It says, but my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at the set time in the next year. And he left off taking him, and God went up from Abraham. Let me see, hold up.
All right, you had to go back up and read what that blessing was.
Yeah, kind.
So you got Ishmael's seed line. He's going to have many princes. He's going to be a great nation. He's going to give him everything in this world. Go back up.
I'm going to go to 16.
Sarah. Now listen, brother. Now listen, brother.
And Sarah, I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations, kings.
Wait. So look, we got Ishmael, the father of princes in a great nation. But Isaac will be the father of what? Be a father of many nations and kings. You got princes, one nation, many nation, and kings. We come from a legendary bloodline, not the meat for the dogs.
How many more verses are there?
All right. No, we wanted to give you. We wanted to give you the difference between the two. So you know it.
I know the difference.
So you knowing that
they only getting it in this world.
exactly. So but our people are getting it in this world and what's to come. So why be a part of something that's going to die on this side when you can be part of something that's going to be eternal? When you already come from that bloodline.
Right.
So it's already was given to you since your birth.
It's literally your bloodline. This is your history. Why neglect your history to go follow the history and religion of another nation of people? Makes no sense. That's like me becoming a Buddhist and just going in Buddhism and culture. That's the religion of the Moabs, man. The so-called Chinese and all them. Why would I partake in that? That's not my culture. That's not my religion. No.
Yeah, we gonna let him go.
Let him go.
I got one good question.
We gonna bring it back
in the Quran that you read, right? Now, in the Quran, right? Who is Allah's favorite people?
Wait. Oh, hey, brother. So one second, brother. One second. I know you gotta go. But brother, you just said out your own mouth. Allah's favorite people is who?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel.
And
So
it says, oh ye children of Israel. Like he's speaking alone.
yeah, the children of Israel.
children of
But guess
Israel.
what? The children of Israel is your bloodline.
Yeah.
He's not talking about Ishmael. So, brother,
I know that.
why would you go and be caught up in something that's going to lead you to death?
That don't make no sense.
It don't make no
I was born
sense.
and I
So you're
wasn't
so
born. I
right, that's
didn't
fine.
have
That's
to
fine.
take
Let
shit
him listen.
I'm following the religion of my mother and my father.
And guess what? But I'll be honest with you. For you to know the knowledge that you know, you're literally denying the Most High Himself.
Oh, nah.
You just did.
You are, bro.
You just did.
But you don't even know the Most High.
You said you were born a Muslim, right? Born an Israelite, bro. By blood.
All right, so look.
By blood.
But look. But remember, it's a bloodline. The seed of many kings and nations, or the seed of just many princes and one nation. And then guess what? This is in the Quran. We're gonna read this out of the Quran. And you tell me, are you slipping or not? Go ahead.
Surah 3, 93, 94, 95 in your book. All food that is lawful in the law revealed to Muhammad was lawful to the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful to themselves before the revelation of the Torah. Which the Torah is what?
First five books.
The first 5 books of the Bible.
And also the covenant, which was given only to the children of Israel.
It
Go ahead.
says, tell them, bring the Torah and recite any patches of it if you are truthful.
And if you are not truthful, then fear the fire who's truly. You understand? That's where you at.
But how are you? Okay, hold on.
So no, he on it. So it literally says that if you want to know the truth, you must go and read the Bible, which is the book of who? The children of Israel. So if you talking about you a Muslim, but even Muhammad himself is basically saying, look, man, if you really want to know the truth, you need to go learn from the Israelites because they really got the truth.
Right.
More.
And you telling me you don't want to be part of the original Dandada?
Hold up, brother.
Go ahead, finish.
Verse 94. Those who falsely fix lies upon Allah, despite this, are the wrongdoers. Say whatever Allah has said is true. Follow then the way of Abraham.
Follow the way of Abraham. And what did Abraham follow?
That's not important.
Hey, all right, brother. So you know it's the children of Israel.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Every Saturday. Every Saturday.
I'll say it.
Hey, listen. Once you hear the truth, man. Hey, what you do after that, that's on you, man. Hey, blood is off our hands, brother.
There's nothing to say.
All right, we gonna go ahead and we're gonna get right back into the
We're gonna
topic,
get back to
man.
our original topic. You know,
The importance of our salvation, man. So, who was that? You was trying to bring out now with the straight game. We already
that's what we trying to make the.
Yeah,
I got second Judges 7.
That land.
All right, so just go to second
The wind going to blow. I got it right here.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me finish 14, and then it'll go right into that. All right.
Something must be
Matthew.
burning.
It's dry as shit out here. Yo, it's just like,
Bro, something must be burning. It's like ash in the air or something like
I
that.
don't know, man. It's just dry, bro. It's so dry, I can't even sweat, bro.
I'm sorry. You know I sweat to do anything. That's just my nature.
But it's Matthew 7, going 13 again. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
So,
No, you got it, brother.
it's easy to go down the path of destruction, man. Because what is the path of destruction? The path of wickedness. Wickedness is easy, man. It doesn't even require energy or thought to do wickedness, bro. You just do it. But doing righteousness in the wicked world requires a lot of effort, sacrifice, challenge, because there's nothing but temptation.
The word straight goes into difficulty.
Exactly, bro.
So it's
nothing but
into the what? Straight
straight
gate or
gate.
the difficult gate. Don't go the easy route. The easy route is wickedness and is nothing but pitfalls,
And
man.
everybody's going there.
many go that way.
Many.
Hey,
Go
scriptures say, following out the multitude to do evil.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Be that find it.
Exactly. It's few that go down that path. And the brother about to go into that path.
And there's a reason why there's few that actually go into that path. It's because one, it's hard. Two, it's because you got these false prophets out here leading. I know, brother. Trust me, I know where you at. Because we already. You know what? It's cool. But see, hey, we proving points every time, man. All praises to call lawyer Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. So it's because that path, because we have these false prophets that are ministering unto the sheep a false way, man. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah, yep. The land up the brother. Verse. Verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of the thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
God, so you're gonna know who the real prophets and men on the streets are because they bring forth what? Good fruit. But all the vipers and those who lead the flock astray, you know, they're gonna bring forth what? Wicked fruit, because they're from a wicked tree. They were taught from a wicked tree, so their fruit is gonna be wicked. Like the brother, the brother that was just up here, you know, he said he was born into Islam, right? From his mother and father. Guess what? That is a wicked tree, bearing a what? A wicked fruit. And mind you, can a wicked tree, now can a wicked tree bear good fruit? No. And then can a righteous tree bear wicked fruit? No. But the only way that a wicked fruit can be redeemed is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right. That's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sent us out here, those of the right fruit, right? To what? Bring it forth even more fruit.
Right.
All right?
Hey, what scripture was that? That was Matthew's, right?
Go ahead, bring that out.
Dang, I was gonna bring that out.
Start at 14. Matthew, bro, read it together, baby.
I know, right?
I mean,
Second Ezra 7, to land back off the brother. Second Ezra 7 and 3. It says, I'm gonna start at 2. It says, and he said unto me, Up Ezra, and hear the words that I have come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. And he said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. Put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and rule it?
so it says the kingdom of heaven is like it's equating the kingdom of heaven. Read that again, brother.
I didn't go into that.
Yeah, it's gonna go into it.
It says, verse 4 again. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river.
So the entrance, just like the brother just brought out, that the entrance to the kingdom of heaven is a straight gate or difficult path, right? Right here it says that it's a narrow path, man. It's a narrow path. So mind you, this one, it's like this. A multitude can't run into the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be one at a time. Like, you better tread lightly, bro. You gonna fall. Go ahead.
It says, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. Stop.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
It's America.
Like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
God, and this is America, man, because we're literally surrounded by wickedness. And mind you, there's only one straight and narrow path into the kingdom of heaven, but we're set in a dangerous place. We can see the kingdom in the far off, right? And there's only one path to get there. It's not many paths to get to the kingdom of heaven. You got to enter ye into the straight gate. You got to no shortcuts. No man can save you and pull you in. That's why I said seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Here we are a body, and we try to uplift each other. Iron sharpens iron. We try to keep each other, keep each other whole and grounded in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Go ahead.
It's verse 7. Salaki, it's verse 8. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could only but one man go there at once.
One man at a time, one behind the other. Straight and narrow gate. Difficulty, man. That if you look to the left and you lose balance, you're going to fall into that what? Wickedness, that pit, aka America. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance?
God. So basically, the Lord ain't just about to the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. It's the Lord's good pleasure to give the kingdom unto the children of Israel. But he also saying, look, man, all the fuck ups you did in your past lives, your forefathers, no, you gotta earn it. And how do you earn it? You gotta go through that what? Difficulty, man.
Fire. You gotta
go through that. You gotta endure. You gotta go through that adversity, man.
You gotta prove yourself.
Yeah.
Prove that you're worthy.
We gonna get into that.
Many are called, few are chosen.
That's scary too. That's scary.
Keep going, brother.
At the end of the day, bro, you gotta have faith that you up here, like, bro. Do the work. It's that simple.
But mind you, 9 times out of 10, as long as you do it, doing this work with sincerity,
truth
and sincerity, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you are part of the elect. The Lord told us to put on like the elect.
Exactly.
Right? And we are, and only the elect are going to do this work. Also, we are also put into the lot that we're supposed to be put in the end times.
Right.
So more than likely, if you are in this lot, whether you're a believer, a supporter, or a teacher, that is the lot you were meant to be in this end times, man. So we are all rightfully in our right spots, man. All right.
Hey, the spirit I be in, bro. I just feel like at the end of the day, whatever the Lord got in store for me is what the Lord got in store for me.
But that's how you gotta move.
As long as he redeems the children of Israel, bro, and put their world back in its proper form.
Whatever,
that's all that
whatever
matters.
Whatever it is. Because that's a righteous way to think, because
it's bigger than just individual.
Exactly.
It's bigger than just me.
And that's beautiful what the brother just said, because That's a righteous way to think. Because the Lord's will is going to be the Lord's will, whether He puts us to death or not.
Hey, I'm shooting for the All-Star team.
We would shoot for the All-Star team.
We shoot for the
I'm a ball out.
How much you drop? I'm averaging 30.
But hey, if I don't make it, you know what I mean? As long as, you know what I mean, my team make it to the chip, bro.
You might not step
matter.
on the court, but you still gonna get a ring sitting on the bench.
And
You know what I mean?
kind,
You know what I mean?
and that's the parable of the penny.
Nah,
That's
that's beautiful.
beautiful. That's the parable of the penny.
That's beautiful.
All right, but let the brother get that.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shah with eternal glory.
That's literally what the brother just said. You know, the brother just read that again, brother. That's beautiful.
2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shah with eternal glory.
So literally, we are striving to help seal the elect, whether the Lord wants to put us to death after we do it or not. We strive for the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We strive to put things in its rightful order, right? And that's how we got to think, man. That's humble. That's humble, right? Even in the scriptures, it says, don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself.
Exactly.
So all we need to be doing is what? Matthew 6 chapter is what?
What we can do now.
All math.
All Matthew, bro. We said
Everybody to the
right,
bird.
right.
Because how the birds
Right,
eat.
because what did the
Right,
Lord
he
say
said
in
the birds
Matthew?
don't have
How the
farms.
birds eat.
How greater than you?
So that's in Matthew 6 chapter. So what did the Lord say? He said, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and everything else shall be added unto you. God, at the very bottom.
Brothers
See?
getting a little nice.
Bro, Pete, he just quoted me this all math.
All Matthew. But you see how the Spirit told us to read what?
Yeah.
It's because look at this, man. Because what is our sole purpose out here? Our sole purpose out here is what? It's to help mend the what? The brokenhearted. It's to edify, uplift, and also bid to the marriage. Bring in the sheep. Bring in what? Good fruit. The Lord let us know. He said, look, man, if you're going to pick up the cross and follow me, understand these things. Understand the parables I say unto you. Understand what your actual purpose is for.
Right.
He told the apostles, right, the prophets, don't worry about the clothes on you. Don't bring coats with you. Don't worry about the food. Don't pack up anything. Just go and do the bidding. And guess what? If you believe and have faith, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna clothe you. I'm gonna give you.
I got something. Y'all in the spirit. I got something.
Beautiful.
I got something.
What you got, brother?
Hold on. Hopefully it matters.
It's all in the spirit, man.
It's all in the spirit. KJV.
We got John next, right?
Yeah, we got. We're going
Hey, that's what one of the men said to Yahweh Shai too. He said, "Hey, Lord, I want to follow you wherever you dwell."
Yep.
Hey, Yahweh
He
Shai-
said. What he say? He said. Go ahead.
He said, Yahweh Shai said, "Listen, bro, I don't even have no place to lay my
I hear
head.
you, right.
I just I just go to and fro doing the work. So if you want to follow me,
Well, look.
Follow me.
Yahweh Shai falling asleep on ships, falling asleep in the mountains.
Taking naps, waking up.
That's why he said, "Are you ready to take the cup that I drink from?" That's and Matthew said to the lady, he said, "Are you ready to take the cup that I drink from?" Basically, we've saying like, "Are you ready? Are you sure to endure the tribulation that I'm going through?" Like the temptation. The lady with the two sons, basically.
Yeah, because follow me just ain't
bring
as
that
easy
out.
as follow me.
You gotta, that's why I say
Right.
you have to bear your cross.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
You have to be willing to bear all of the temptations, the indignation, the trouble, the affliction, the mockery, the scoffing, the possible death, the violence,
Swallow the whole
pain.
bowl.
You gotta be willing to take all that to follow Yahweh Shai. For what? For what did Yahweh Shai say? If you do that, because the disciples asked him, he said, Lord, if we sell all we have and we follow you, what shall we get? He said, everything you lose on this side, you're going to get sevenfold in the kingdom of heaven. Everybody who loses house, brethren, wives, children, hundredfold. I shall make you judges of men. All right? You'll sit on the throne judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what you're going to have if you follow Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, I'm just one chapter away.
He's gonna bring out that account. They can ask him right here.
This is Matthew's 20. Matthew's 20 and this is Matthew's 20 and 20. Matthew 20 and 20. Then came to him the mother of Zebedee, children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, what thou not? What, oh, Shalaki, he said, 21, he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these my 2 sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the one on the left in thy kingdom. But Yahushua answered him, said, ye not know what ye ask. Are you able to drink the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism I'm baptized with? They say unto him, we are able. In 23 he saith unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with, but to sit on my right hand and on my left, it is not to give, but it shall be given unto them whom be prepared of my Father. Right, so he say, hey, it's not about me, it's about the Father, basically.
Exactly. And she ain't really willing to do the
Right.
take that cup. No,
Yeah, you don't want that smoke. Now, but mind you, we took the cup.
Right, we did.
Because we have to be what? Willing to what? Give up our bodies as a living sacrifice. Because it's our reasonable service. Right? Because we're trying to take the path of that straight and narrow. We're trying to take the straight and narrow path.
Right.
So it's a reasonable sacrifice,
What
man.
did Paul say? I wish myself were a curse.
And that's the mindset you got to be in. What Paul said, you know, that's actually beautiful, brother. I might as well just get that real quick.
I got another one. Matthew 6 and 20. It said Matthew 6 and 25 to 26, and that's about it. He was saying like, how are you greater than the birds in the air?
Yeah, but we just kind of quoted that. We don't need that right now. Hey, go ahead, finish those verses. Hold that real quick, man. Finish these verses.
All right, it's back in 2nd Ezra 7 and 10. It says, and I say, I'm hitting 9 again, bring it back. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
You gotta earn it. Go ahead.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now was done. It says,
That's a cut.
Because it said that, going into what? That broad city, that city instead of called a broad field, that's Israel's portion, man.
Right.
And when you go into Sirach 17 and 17, it goes into it and it says, I have set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, because the children of Israel is the Lord's portion. So the Lord created all people on the earth, but only Israel is his portion.
Just come.
32 ain't gonna come, man.
32 going to that too, right, Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy 32 is, I have set the bounds of the people. Similar, man. Sirach 17 and 17 says that I have set a ruler over all the people. That Israel, but Israel is the Lord's portion.
But that's also a cut to even the Muslim brother. Because we are what? The seed of the promise, right? And we're going to get what? We're the Lord's portion. And it says that city is set into the field, right? It's Israel's portion, which is the kingdom of heaven.
So we are the Most High's greatest possession. And the Most High gave us the kingdom, which is going to be our greatest possession.
God, this is the lot of his inheritance.
Exactly. Oh, you have more on that, right?
All right, Victor Aaron, hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Any precepts up there?
No, he just said all praise Yahweh Bashim, y'all said all
praise
praise.
Yahweh Bashim,
All
shalom,
praises. All right, let me see what chat. Let me see the chat. Yeah, that's about it. Huh? No, it's just bathroom. You want to order?
so it's back in 2nd Ezra 7 and 12. It says, then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, but full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. It says, if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, then it says they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Exactly. That speaks for itself. So if you wanna get to the treasures that are laid up in heaven, if you wanna get that new spiritual body, immortality, and be rulers over the nations.
This is the pavement.
But you see us standing right here.
Right, and this is the pavement.
That's the
got
devil.
you, but just
That's
out of
a
respect.
demon.
Please don't touch me.
Okay,
Yeah, yo,
Oh, no
man.
problem, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right,
Out of
I
respect.
appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
I rebuke you in the name of
Thank
Yahweh
you,
Bashem
sir.
Yahushua. Rebuke you in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Hey,
You
when the
in the name
scripture
of
say,
Yahweh Bashem
this is
Yahushua.
why you apply the scripture. Soft answer, turn away rap, man. I could have got on her, yo, what the fuck you? But now I say, hey, respectfully, I just asked that you go around. And this is exactly what she said. Hey, you know what? And out of respect, I'm gonna go around. Apply the scripture, man.
Con,
I could have easily got on her.
Con.
Easily.
Con.
But you know what?
We got to show by example.
That's beautiful. You know how what I said? Only them that be as a little child again can inherit the kingdom. Yeah, you gotta be harmless as a dove, but wise as a serpent.
Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
What is it say? Matthew,
You know what that demon had on him?
Somebody
Yeah.
smokes you on the left
Fucking
cheek,
needle.
let him smoke you on the right or something.
Dirty ass needle.
Or-
Not physically, but you know what I mean?
But your brother, you handled that beautifully, and you're right. But guess what? The angels are camping around those that fear the Lord, man. That demon wasn't going to be able to touch us. No, but you handled it perfectly,
That's
brother.
beautiful too because we got shit to do. We ain't got time.
Yeah, we got time to deal with that.
So I saw tell him, yo, push away rap.
Keep it moving.
Nah, that was it on that?
I got Let's go back that up.
I'm in the spirit.
I mean, you don't need it.
I don't need it.
Let's start at 16. It says, for which cause we faint not, but though our though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Inward man, how is the inward man renewed day by day? By doing what?
Feeding the spirit, man.
Feeding the spirit. And how do you feed the spirit?
By being in the spirit, reading.
Blessed is he that readeth.
Studying,
Talking to the brother.
abounding in the spirit.
Abounding in holy conversation.
Watching
Nah,
videos, doing videos.
Just
Talking about the
Just even just speaking about the Lord, man.
That inward man is who the Lord created you to ultimately be if you are the elect.
Exactly. Because we might have the chains of darkness upon us, but the spirit is bright and eternal.
Flesh is weak, the spirit is willing.
Beautiful.
verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So at the end of the day, our light affliction, it working so much more than what you can see. All right, because like the brother went into it, we have to overcome those tribulations. We have to overcome the challenges of that straight and narrow path in order to inherit that city. And what y'all don't realize is, you think the kingdom of heaven is the reward? No, the kingdom of heaven is a byproduct of the reward. What is the true salvation? Those new bodies.
Exactly.
That's the true salvation, because even in this world, if we were to inherit those spiritual bodies in this world, we would just be gods. Which we will be, but I'm just saying, even in the wicked world, we would just be like Supermans running around with no kryptonite.
Listen, can't get hurt, can't perish, no broken bones, not being able to be weary, not getting tired, don't really have to eat eatings for pleasure.
For pleasure, man.
Don't need to sleep, but sleeping will be for pleasure.
The kingdom of heaven is literally a side effect of the salvation. It's like, all right, your salvation is this spiritual body. And here are the benefits that come
with it.
Think about it. You get a job, right? You get a job.
Oh yeah, they always give you.
They give you your job. Your job is, senior project manager, and you have your salary. But under your salary, right? Which your salary is your new body. You have benefits, comprehensive benefit package. You have 401k pension, life insurance, dental, medical,
quarterly bonuses, plus uncapped admission, 22 to 30 days of PTO guaranteed, sick days,
company car,
bro,
tuition reimbursement,
and that company car is what?
Chariot, man.
So basically, like you say, if we were to get these bodies on earth, by default, the saints are going to take the kingdom.
If it don't come down, we're going to go around perishing, destroying all wickedness, and then guess what's going to happen to the earth? It's naturally going to. But we got spiritual power, so we can just.
And I like how you put that. But how do you first get the job? You must what?
interview. And the best will get those benefits,
Yep.
which is that straight and
Hey,
narrow.
you got to interview. Sometimes you got to take a skills evaluation.
Yo, bro.
You got to do a drug, a background
You
check.
know, you know me in football. You know me in football. Right now, we in a rookie contract.
Yep.
You gotta prove yourself.
So
Yeah.
then we will get them big millions.
Then you
Exact
get
sign, man.
then you get signed to that team, man.
Get that
First drink.
guaranteed.
And what we're trying to do is be signed to that first drink,
We
man.
in OTAs right now. We trying to make the team.
Yeah, we're trying to make that 144,000
Hey,
roster.
that's the goal, man. The 144 at the end of the day.
that's
that's
the
the,
goal.
true goal.
That's the
because
true goal.
The 144 are going to be so set apart.
I love.
Yo, exactly. Set apart.
Yo, so set apart. It's going to be like the elect 1/3 going to be like a hue. They're going to have a crazy hue, but the 144 are going to be like justice. They're going to be like
third still first fruit.
They the first one.
Yeah, the 1/3 gonna be good.
It's just that the 144 are going to be like
The 144 are the
Because they all men.
rulers.
Oh man, yeah.
they're the authority.
And those are the ones who are going to be called friends with Yahweh Shai. Hey, you service my friend.
Walking side by side, drink wine.
Exactly. And that's what we strive for, man.
We're going to be the ones that the Lord send to do certain missions. We're gonna go, yo, I need y'all to go and that.
Let's get back into it, man. But beautiful, I love to see you, brother spirits, shining right now, man.
You got that count, Matthew.
I got it in Mark 55.
Yeah.
And then
Keep
I
me
got
safe,
the,
brother.
Where they
Yahweh
pierced
Shai,
them.
he held his peace.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Isaiah 42,
And then
Isaiah 42,
Yep.
14.
Yep. Con, get that.
Michael, hold that.
I hold it.
Beautiful. All right, so this is
I'm a tween it
we
together.
right back in it, bro.
Right back in it,
My
man.
fingers sweating.
Man, we at war right now, man.
God.
And we delight in swinging our sword.
God. All right, so this is the book of Mark. It's the book of Mark, 14 and 50. I'm gonna start at 55.
Revelation like 9:7 or 7:9. 1:7.
It's Mark 14 and 55. It says, "And the chief priests and all the council sought for witness against Yahushua to put him to death and found none."
Yep. Hey, so the chief priests and all of them, they were trying to find witnesses and accounts where they could justify in killing Yahweh Shai, but they couldn't find it. Right?
It says, "For many bear false witness against him, but their witness agreed not together."
Exactly. So they bear false witness. They saying he did all these things. What did the Pharisees say to Yahweh Shai? Oh, you cast out devils in the name of Beelzebub. Oh, he does this. He's against the kingdom of heaven. He's destroying the temple. All these different things.
Satan cast out Satan. That's the account we're talking about.
You ain't gotta grab it.
Well, there's a reason behind it.
But
I mean,
you got a point. I was just using it. That was just a
Never mind.
false witness. It's very false. But
It's verse 57. "And there arose certain and bare false witness against him, saying, We heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands." And they didn't even understand
they didn't
that.
understand it.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. They had not that eye saw, man. They had ears but hear not, eyes and see not.
That's just Jake though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Destroy the
you
temple.
also got to remember, these were supposed to be great men,
Right.
right? That's why the Lord said, the meek shall inherit the earth. The lowly, the humble. You know?
What is the wisdom of this world is foolishness.
Yep. Exactly.
Go ahead.
It's verse 58. Mark 14, 58. It says, Salakia 59. "But neither so did their witness agree together. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yahushua, saying, And answerest thou nothing? What?" It says, "What is it which these witness against thee?" But he held his peace and answered nothing.
And Yahushua held his peace and answered nothing. And when you dive more into the accounts, Yahushua said nothing, man. The whole time they were interrogating him, questioning him. He said nothing, man. He held his peace. I think there's only one thing he said when I think it was Pontius Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And he said, "I'll say it. I'll say it." He said it. Hey, and then after that, he said not a word all the way up until he got to the cross when he set up his prayer and gave him the ghost. So Yahushua held his peace. And what did they do? We're going to see what they did to him. Yep.
So if you, this is going to be a perfect transition.
If you read Matthew 24 and 30, it says exactly that. But it says something different here.
Okay.
This is Mark 14 61, it says, but he held his peace and answered nothing. Again, the high priest asked him and said unto him, art thou Hamashiach, the son of the blessed? And Yahushua said, I am, and ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. So this is Mark's version.
Oh, Mark's perspective.
Matthew 24:30 says, thou sayest.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this is verse 63. Then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what need we any further witnesses?
Yeah.
Ye have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? And all they condemned him to be guilty of death. It says, and some began to spit on him and to cover his face and to buffet him and to say unto him, prophesy. And the servants did strike him with palms of their hands. So they were smacking him. Y'all think this word is
That's
different.
crazy.
Mind you, what makes this so crazy is even the Sadducees and Pharisees heard of the fame of Yahushua. He was going around healing cities and multitudes, the blind, the paraplegic, the freaking the deaf, the lunatics, those vexed with spirits. So they knew who he was, and even at his lowest point, they had the nerve to even put their hands on him, bro. I want to put my hands on those who touch Yahushua, man. Guess what? That's Yahushua's glory, because he's coming back to do what?
Revelations 1 and All right, so this is
That's crazy, bro.
It's back in Mark 14 and 66. It says, and as Peter was beneath the palace, there cometh one of the maids of the high priest. Did you want to keep going, or that was the
No, that was the point. I was looking for it because I was looking for something different one. But that was the point. They mocked and scoffed at him. They put thorns, a crown of thorns on him, put him in slack cloth, and they mocked him. Oh, is this the king of the Jews? They bowed down to him, just mocking him, man. But Yahushua did what? He held his peace, man. All right, he held his peace, but guess what? Yahushua ain't gonna hold his peace much longer, man. He's gonna come back. He's gonna raise war and vengeance against all the people, man, especially them that pierced.
Not as a man.
It's a world saying that silence is the best answer.
Oh, for edification, you can bring it up.
Yep.
But then, brother, grab that. We're going to switch over to. It's going to tie into our next gear.
You know, just really quickly, was also a cut. Throughout the whole New Testament, if you notice, especially in Matthew, it always keeps saying this and that, until the Son of Man come with his holy angels to go do his thing. They just keep saying the same thing.
Cut.
Yep, it's a cut. That's
We're about to transition over to that side.
Hey, this your phone, right?
All right, look, this is Mark 15 and 1. And straightway in the morning, the chief priest held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council, and bound Yahushua and carried him away and delivered him to Pilate. And Pilate asked him, art thou the king of the Jews? And he answered and said unto him, thou sayest it. And the chief priest accused him of many things, but he answered nothing.
He held his peace.
He held his peace, man. And then after that, man, Yahushua ain't say nothing to these boys, man. Went to the cross, and the last thing he said was basically sent up a cry to the Lord, you know, saying, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then gave up the ghost, man. And then it's going to transition to this. Because that was that time, but now we're coming into the time where Yahushua is about to turn up on you people. He's not going to refrain his tongue anymore, man.
right. Isaiah 42, starting at 14. 13. Let Yahushua go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
Hey, and with the Yahushua, how was Yahushua when he first came on the earth, man? Hey, like he told us to be. Why is this serpent's harmless as dove? Yahushua didn't touch a soul, man. All he did was heal people.
No, it's mocking the spirit. He the spirit.
You know, he healed the people, man. He came as although he said, I come not to send peace, he came in a peaceful manner. All right? He came in a peaceful spirit. He came not to do no harm on anybody. He basically came with a strategic mission to set all the pieces in the right place. All right?
Yep, it says, he shall cry, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
Yep, he's going to cry. He's going to prevail against his enemies, man.
He went from holding. I'm just adding on to his brother.
The next verse, we'll go right into it.
He went from holding his peace and holding his tongue, barely saying anything, and now he's going to give off a war cry when he comes back.
Brother Salaki, yo, just thinking like, yo, that's
Peace and safety, the son of destruction.
Yeah,
On the
other side.
On the other side. Yep.
Yo,
That's wild.
I'm so confused with what Christianity talking about.
Bro,
They don't read none of this shit.
because Christians don't read the Bible.
What's somebody say? Peace and love and destruction.
What's the wrong page?
I come to bring division. Whoa.
Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself.
Hey, long time has he holding his peace, man. Because when Yahushua, all the things the Pharisees and the scribes and and Pontius Pilate, Herod, all these great men that came up against Yahushua to try to condemn him, put him to death. All right, he held his peace and he refrained himself, man.
Right.
All
He
right.
would just flee to the next
He would
city.
just flee to the next city. He would
Go into the mountains.
give you a little bit here and leave you alone, man. He never really gave them the time of day, you know.
When he couldn't,
When he could
have called down legions.
legions of angels, which, like he said before, man. But
It says, I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
hey, he will cry like a travailing woman, man. A travailing woman, a woman who's in labor, man. Imagine a woman in labor. She's the Lord gonna come back, but like a man of war, like war. Man. He's gonna come back, bro. Words can't describe it.
1,000 lions together.
He's gonna come back and love all of us and save all of us. We're
All right.
Hey, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, man. Because you know not what the day of the Lord is, man. We know what we worship, but ye know not, man.
And if you contrary to popular belief, it's darkness and
And
not
not
light.
light.
Verse 15, I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands and I will dry up the pools.
Hey, it's gonna be so much fire, destruction, heat. He's gonna legit take the life out of this place, man.
Right.
Because ultimately he has to heat this place up to purify it for the beauty for when his people shall inherit the kingdom.
Matter of fact, perfect metaphor. After forest fires, what happens? After a volcano erupts, what happens?
Life regenerates.
New life comes, man.
It's also new soil too.
Godzilla movie.
At the end of the movie, it was showing all these
Yeah, he was saying that too. The guy was saying like, yo, maybe these creatures were sent by God as a way to purify the earth. Because they bring destruction, but after they leave, everything behind them, everything grows beautiful and more fresh. You know what I mean?
Come on, number Jones.
Yeah, not Godzilla, it was Kong, the Godzilla before that.
The
Yeah.
one with the one with
It was with the Ghidorah, King of Monsters.
Ghidorah.
And the lady said, listen, if we don't...
Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Yeah,
That's what
the lady was on point. She was like, listen, if we don't do anything, the earth will die. That's why these monsters are coming out.
to
Exactly.
purify the earth,
Purify
man,
the
and
earth.
renew it. Because hey, believe it or not, although the earth is not too small, it's too populated with wickedness, man.
Right.
So the Lord has to depopulate this earth of the wickedness. First the people, and then He's going to depopulate it of all the wicked things that y'all have yielded, all the fruit that y'all have bear.
That's why it says the world today is for many, but the world comes for few.
All right.
That's the scripture. It said, I got something in Matthew.
No, Isaiah.
Okay.
No, grab the Revelation.
First in that, 1:7.
Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
Hey, going into reincarnation, all right? Because it's showing you that the very men that pierced Yahushua, they're likely to be men of high renown and high status here on earth. It's very possible, very likely, right?
Oh no, they're here.
I think it's safe to assume. No, I mean, but I'm saying that they're very likely they're men of high renown, probably top military personnel, top commanders of the CIA, all, you know what I mean?
But that makes sense, so it's to cause more of a shameful situation.
Exactly. So then those very men are going to see Yahushua, you know? When he comes back in his power and his glory, and he's going to, they're going to have that vexation of spirit.
Which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Exactly, man. Everybody's going to wail, man. The earth is going to be one big altar. All right, specifically America, but all places in the world going to touch it because there's wickedness all across the world, man. First, you're going to have the ICBM missiles that destroy America, and then Yahushua is going to come with his angels to wage war, where the chariots are going to get sent to the four corners of the earth. Those chariots are going to go rescue the remnant of Israel, all right, the elect, and they're going to destroy wicked lands.
Hey, I gotta bring that out, bro.
The idols, all the idols that you people have erected, all right, all your so-called temples, sanctuaries, all that shit is getting destroyed, man.
I got something.
Look at Ishmael laughing. Fat ass laughing. He gonna die of terrible death, man.
This is mad.
They're going to end up eating that
Got
motherfucker.
fatter since you.
They gonna roast that motherfucker like a pig, man. Eat that motherfucker.
Drinking sugar water, Gatorade. One thing
I got
say,
something.
Hold on.
Oh, my fault.
What you got?
Matthew 24 and 2. When you got,
Yeah, I got a second Thessalonians.
meet me as a man.
I was about to get that. You got it.
I got that, Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Because Yahweh Shai first came as a man. But this time around, he's coming back as an angelic celestial force.
He's going to be transfigured,
He's being transfigured
as we just read.
into his new glorious body.
Matthew the 17th chapter to be exact, brother.
You know what, brothers? I looked up the word glorious, which you know, but it goes into magnificent, it goes into amazing, and the best one, immortal.
Immortal, man. That body, that mortality must be on immortality, man. So Yahweh Shai is not coming to get you back as a man. All right. The best thing you people can think about is Yahweh Shai coming back as an evil Superman. No, Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Take the
the boy, Black Adam.
Black Adam is
Black Adam.
Black Adam is the best one. But all right, go ahead.
Black Adam. Black Adam was, I mean,
it was alright.
he was lit.
His main mentality is scattered. Right?
Yeah, he was on some like, man, fuck that bullshit.
He was with vengeance.
Yeah, he was a bad boy. He's
It's like, you did this, boy, I'm gonna do that.
I like Brightburn.
There's no need. There's no need for violence.
They just didn't show enough of Brightburn.
I'm more into Omni Man.
They need to do a sequel to that. Because that was hard. Because at the very end, when they showed him going around destroying the cities, he went up to the plane, saw the plane, man, destroyed the plane. Then in the credits, the credits when it was going, they were just destroying the cities and towns, bro.
I'm gonna get to it quick. That's what. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians. It's moving quick. What's this? 2 Thessalonians 1. Starting at 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. When the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Yep. Hey, and that's going into first and foremost 2/3 of our people, because Yahweh said that vengeance shall start at my house. So the Most High is first going to cast vengeance on his people, and then he's going to destroy the heathen in this place. All right, because he has to, ultimately it's mercy. Which way you people want to look at it, it's mercy, because the Most High said that he doesn't delight in the destruction of his people. He ultimately wants to see his people do righteous, all right, and live. But you people are so far gone. I was legit going to quote that. Hey, so you people are so far gone that there's no redeeming you. So the only way to sanctify you or to bring you back to life, make you whole, is to put you down and bring you back renewed, all right, in the kingdom of heaven through the loins of the elect. You know, if you can receive it.
Isaiah 1, starting at 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth. For Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai have spoken, I have nourished and brought up the children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
Hey, Israel don't even consider who they are. Like the dick that was just up here, man. He knew he was a Muslim his whole life, but he knew that the Most High's favorite people were the children of Israel. He knew that the children of Israel were the seed of the promise. He knew that the Quran said that if you want to know the truth, go back to the Abraham religion, man. But he didn't consider that, damn, maybe this is my people. Maybe I should just go to the source. Why should I even have
He admitted he was a son of Jacob.
Yeah, why get a hand-me-down when you can get the real thing, man?
Watered down.
You know what confuses me real quick with the brother? Is the fact that Muslims know that Allah's favorite people are Israelites. So why not get with the best team then?
Why not get with the Israelites? You know what? Let me follow the ways of the Israelite and the Israelites religion, man.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Yep, this is Isaiah 1 and 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backward. Why should he be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is
Hey,
fast.
so the Most High is not, he's done with the whole cycle of putting us into slavery, bringing us back up, putting us into slavery again, bringing us back up. He's done because it's like, you know what? Why you people are never going to get it? I have to put you down and bring you back whole, man. So the Most High is done. This is our last captivity, right? He has his select men and the and women and children that he's going to deliver that have the spirit to get right. He's going to bring us up and deliver us, and then the rest of you he's going to put to death, man.
Hey,
He's gonna
sincere
put you
milk,
out of your
shalom,
misery.
huh?
He's going to put you in a very painful
Shalom,
death
shalom.
so that you feel this in your spirit for all eternity. So that if you, well, you're not going to be able to, but you're always going to look at that shame, and that's going to be a token of your wickedness, all right? So you'll never do wickedness no more, all right? Even though in the kingdom you'll have a new body, you'll have the word in him part, you'll be in eternal damnation, all right? The whole head is sick, man.
All right, shalom, sincere milk. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. And I'm glad the brother brought that out. The whole head is sick. Because the first thing the brother was bringing out was the fact that when Yahweh Shah comes back, what is he also going to do? He's also going to separate the what? The wheat from the tares, man. All right? The wicked from the righteous. Right? Right? The Lord also said he's going to start, like the brother said, he's going to start at his house first. Then 2/3 of our people must be cut off for mercy and die. Because he has to cleanse everything. And then when they come back through the loins, it will be renewed. Right? All right? Still had,
You got to bring them hither.
you finish that?
I ate like 1 or 2 more pieces.
Sure.
I got the signal.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
wait, the wheat and the tares?
I don't know if
No, we don't need that right now.
Man,
Isaiah
I was
1
gonna bring that
and 6 says, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. That's it on that.
God, man. No healing them. There's just no healing them. So the Lord got to do that mercy kill and cut off 2/3 of our people. But and we love our people, but 2/3 have to go because if the 2/3 stay, we're going to be stuck in this side. We're going to be stuck on in Esau's kingdom, man. So the Lord has to do away with the 2/3, and then He's going to start to cleanse the rest of the earth, man. All right.
it's a filtration
What scripture was that?
system the Lord's going through.
That's Isaiah 1, starting at 2.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's Joel 3 and 13. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Now, why is the Lord putting thee in the sickle? Because the harvest is right. Because He's not holding His tongue anymore. He's not holding Himself. He's not holding back anymore. Now the Lord is all about war, judgment, war and judgment. It's time. It's time to get busy.
A lot of anger built up.
It's a lot of anger built up. He like, yo, man, it's time to go. So guess what? Go ahead.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
And the harvest is ripe goes twofold. The harvest is what? To save the children of Israel, the elect in the 1/3, and also the harvest is ripe because the wickedness is sort of polluted the earth. So the Lord will have to hew it down. We're gonna have to cut it down. What did the Lord say about the wicked? He said He's gonna have to cut it off, cut it down. Go ahead.
And the sickle.
The sickle is what? What is a death angel use?
A reaper.
A reaper. It's a what? It's to cut. Exactly. Go ahead.
Continuing in 13, it says, come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Their wickedness is great. The harvest is ripe. It's time to cut it all off. Like the brother said, the Lord held his peace, but He's no longer holding His peace because why? The harvest is ripe. It's that time, man. Action Jackson, man. It's time to get busy. All right, go ahead.
It says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
And the valley of decision is what? It's the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? When the Lord will wage, Yahweh Shai Himself was coming back with His full armada, the holy angels, His army, to wage war with the earth, right? Go ahead.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter His voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Man. So right there, so even though the reward is coming, and the reward, like we always bring out, goes two ways, man. Those are going to be rewarded for wickedness, and those that are going to be rewarded for righteousness. And Yahweh is sending Yahweh Shai back to save his people, right? The elect in the 1/3. But at the same time, it's twofold. And he's also coming back to wage war with the earth and to hew down the wicked with a death scythe. Put them all to death, man, to cleanse the earth, man.
To filter between the wheat and the tares.
The filter between the wheat and the tares, man. All right? And that's the end all be all. That's literally what we're looking forward to. That's why it says in the scriptures, what is the day of the Lord unto you? All right? Like, do you really want the day of the Lord? Because if you're not on the right side, if you're not on the right side of this war, you don't want the day of the Lord.
Right.
People don't even know what the day of the Lord is, man.
That's why it's always saying, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Y'all don't even know what it entails, man. Y'all just blindly going through something because y'all just, this is taught in your religion. You know what I mean? But y'all have no clue of what y'all even praising or worshiping or asking for.
Right.
You go to tear. This is the week right here. Isaiah 26:20 and 21. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
So the Lord said, "Is hide thyself into thy chambers." When it's talking about chambers, it's talking about the chariots, right? Because the Lord's indignation, which means righteous anger, is going rampant at this point. ICB and missiles are freaking coming down all over this place. Already pestilence and war and famine had already been wiped through. But the Lord is like, look, man, now bring down a hellfire on this place, man. So he's telling his people, hey, hide thyself in thy chambers until the indignation, the righteous anger of the Lord passes. Because you don't want to be caught up in that.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And this will be the tares. This is 26 and 21.
So that's the wheat. And then what are the tares?
For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
And shall no more cover slain. So the tares are the wicked. The tares are the wicked, man. So you don't want to. You want to be caught. You want to be on the right side of this thing. You don't want to be on the left side of this thing, because the left will be left.
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 The left will be left, but the right are going to be what? In thy chambers.
Right.
I'm saying, if you don't get right, you get left.
You're going to get left.
The same word spelled the same way.
Don't get righteous, you're gonna get left.
Con, man, con. What you got? Con. You said that sick on the harvest is right. Con, man.
Then it ended off with the Lord showing up.
Con, man. So, you brethren, Akim and Akwak need to understand that there's a straight and narrow path to get into the kingdom of heaven. And straight, like we brought out earlier, means a difficult path. But if you are willing to take that path, the reward is far greater than you could ever imagine. But if you don't even attempt to take that path, you will be left. The left will be left. It's as simple as that, man. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. Revelations 19, starting at 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
This is another depiction of Yahweh Shai coming out of the sky, man, coming back. He said, "I behold a white horse, and them." Yeah. So I can read it again.
Yep. Revelations 19. And 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
And listen, in righteousness he doeth judge and make war, right? And who is this? This is Yahweh Shai, man. His name is a Nomen Omen, meaning the Savior, or he who saves, right? He's coming back to wage war and to give judgment upon the earth. Go ahead.
And it says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And the reason why he had many crowns on his head is because he's coming to take all the kingdoms unto himself. because he is the ruler, the King of Kings. He's going to rule the entire earth and all nations, man. All right, go ahead.
And it says, and he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself. Elect.
The elect will know. Go ahead.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
And his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And who was with Yahweh in the beginning? The Word. Right? And who was the Word? Yahweh Shai. This is another indication that guess what? It's all coming full circle, man. It's all coming full. He's not holding his peace no more, and he's coming back. And his whole vesture, basically his garment, is dipped in blood. Why? Because the harvest is ripe. Meaning the wickedness is as far exceeded polluted the earth, but now the Lord must come and cut it all out. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, and clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
So the righteous, the angels, those that appease the Lord, are coming with them to help do his bidding, man, to wage war. Also, to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he shut up the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh Bashem Shah.
Man. So imagine, it even says in the scripture, all those that don't want me to rule over them, bring them before me and slay them. Right? It says that the Lord is going to rule the earth with a rod of iron, man. An almighty fist. That there is no going to be no he say, she say, nothing. Hey, if this is what it is, and if you're not with it, you're going to be put to death. Simple as that, man. That is a king. An omnipotent king. All-powerful, all-knowing, man. A man of war. A righteous king. And this is who we serve, man. What?
Last one. It says, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. All right. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, God. Double honors to the elders and apostles that taught the truth. Shalom to all you Akim is pushing a rock to the four corners of earth, trying to seal the elect to bring Yahweh Shai back sooner, so we get up out of this wicked kingdom and establish our own, man. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Important, beautiful.
Yo, I can't